Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Time. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Of course, I need to unmute my microphone for you to understand what I'm doing here. Let me try that again. Da, 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 da. I am wearing a vintage El Arrayan apron. How cool is that? You cannot find them anywhere anymore. And why am I wearing this vintage El Arrayan apron? Well, because we're going to give it away today as a special present from Carmen Porras from Oculto, who also gave us an Oculto kitchen apron. Is there such a thing as a bathroom apron or a bedroom apron? Anyhow, these are aprons that we're going to be giving away in a little while. And we're also going to be giving away 2 tickets for the MexPup fundraiser that is happening in a few days. These are gifts that we gathered on Wednesday's Spotlight, but we decided to give them away today because our live audience on Wednesday was a little slim, and I wanted to be a better choice of people, a larger choice of people, rather, to win these prizes. So it's great to see you. It's great to see my friends. It's great to see everyone. What am I talking about? It's great to see everybody that is stepping out to join us this morning. It is Friday, February 14. It is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everyone and anyone. Día del Amor y la Amistad, we call it in Spanish. And today we have a ton of news to share. And of course, I'm using my other software, the one that allows us to do giveaways. So I may take a little while to find my buttons and put everything where it's supposed to be. But it is great to see so many people joining us, people that I know. I'm going to take a look at all of these comments in a little while. But let's start with the news. And the important news of the day begins with this foreign tourism tax that we've been talking about. Well, in the ordinary session of the Jalisco Congress held 2 days ago, the proposal of Mayor Munguia to establish a fee for foreign tourists arriving in the municipality was discussed. The initiative contemplates charging foreign visitors the equivalent of 141 pesos once they arrive. And it was approved by legislators from Morena, the Partido del Trabajo, Movimiento Ciudadano, the PRI Partido, the PAN Party, and Hagamos. There were 32 votes in favor of this new measure against with 2 votes against and 1 abstention. Therefore, the municipal income law of Puerto Vallarta is now officially modified. Gabriela Cárdenas, who's president of the Finance Commission in the State Congress, said, "The power of Congress is simply to analyze the viability of this collection of rights, to authorize the municipality to make this collection, and of course, for us, the most important thing is to ensure that these resources are used for what was proposed, and what was proposed in the initiative is that this money would go to a trust specifically for public services, security, infrastructure, and everything that involves beautifying this tourist destination." So there you have it, folks. It is official, but I have more information about this. The tax that will be charged moving forward to foreign visitors will be voluntary. It is going to be a voluntary tax, and it will be carried out in modules located at the airport and at the National Port System Administration, otherwise known as the Maritime Terminal here in Puerto Vallarta. In addition, work is being done on the development of a mobile application that will facilitate the payment process. It is important to note that the new tax will not apply to foreign residents in the city or those who pay taxes through mechanisms such as property tax or business operating licenses. Likewise, minors under 14 years of age will be exempt from this charge, thus ensuring that the tax is completely voluntary and respecting the free movement of visitors. The resources collected through this tax will be allocated to a series of rehabilitation and improvement projects in the tourism infrastructure of our city, which include, but are not limited to, the rehabilitation of El Centro, installation of underground wiring, paving of streets in the Centro, Amapas, Emiliano Zapata, and Cinco de Diciembre neighborhoods, construction of lifeguard towers on the beaches, and extension of the Malecón all the way to Parque Hidalgo. Now, you're probably wondering when this is all going to start. The 141 peso voluntary tax on foreigners in Puerto Vallarta will begin to be collected this coming month, in March. The above was announced by Mayor Luis Munguia after the State Congress approved the modification to the income law for fiscal year 2025 that was sent by the City Council, which includes the application of this new tax. So those are the three big tax-related headlines. I'm sure there are going to be all kinds of questions about this moving forward, but this is all the information that I have. I understand that once you pay this tax, I read somewhere, you get a QR code which allows you to show for 1 year, hey, I've paid this tax, I'm good to go. I'm curious to hear your reactions about this as visitors, as residents, whether you have an opinion. Of course, this is already set to law, so our opinion is only so useful. My personal take on it is, as long as the state Congress has found a way to truly monitor and see that these funds are handled responsibly, then I think it's a great way to celebrate the appreciation that some visitors have for Puerto Vallarta and put this tax to good use. We have other bits of news that I want to share with you, and this includes, speaking of beautifying the city, Puerto Vallarta has begun this facade campaign. To say that some of the facades in El Centro are looking more shabby than chic is an understatement. So with a deep cleaning and painting campaign of facades, the aim of the city government is to brighten up the remains of the historic center, which in a few years was transformed with the arrival of multiple real estate and commercial investments. In this regard, the manager of City and Historic Center, Juan Pablo Martinez, invited the residents of that area to join the campaign Let's Paint Puerto Vallarta, which he described as an effort to beautify our historic center, respecting its identity with the colors that distinguish it. And I have great news for all our friends that live in El Jorullo or thereabouts. The River Park Hotel celebrated its inauguration with a ribbon-cutting ceremony with Mayor Munguia as a guest, who showed his support for the farmers of El Jorullo, highlighting the importance of this project to generate more jobs and attract a greater economic impact to Puerto Vallarta. So if you're wondering where the hotel is, we're talking about the big building that was constructed behind Canopy River in El Jorullo. The project, which required an investment of 80 million pesos and 5 years of development, is immersed in a natural environment, which makes it an example of sustainable tourism at a national and international level, as this new tourist complex belongs to the company Canopy River Park. I want to unpack this because I think this is really interesting and awesome. Canopy River is a business that is run by the ejido residents of the land where it is located. So all the income goes back to the people that have worked that land for generations. And this is the first time I have seen a local ejido invest in a real hotel to enhance their area and to also increase the amount of income that the same farmers and workers of this land are entitled to. So I'm totally curious about the hotel. Of course, I'm going to go find the Facebook page and find out how much it costs to stay there. And I think it would be a wonderful staycation if you ask me. But that's just my little opinion. Let's move on to the final item that I have in this block. And this has to do with the governor of Nayarit, Miguel Ángel Navarro Quintero, who has announced that the government of Mexico will invest 1 billion pesos in the construction of the recently name-changed Amado Nervo Bridge. It was formerly called the Puente Federación, which will connect Bahía de Banderas with Puerto Vallarta through San Vicente and the Ixtapa regions. Although it was initially announced, here's the caveat. I love it when they start throwing disclaimers like this. Although it was initially announced that the work would begin in October of this year, Governor Navarro clarified that the Secretary of Infrastructure, Communications and Transportation, the ministry, is still working on the project, so there is no exact date. Don't you love it when they do things like that? Once they say they're working on the project, that probably means that this project will not be started this year. And of course, we know how that goes. And that's what we have for the first block of news. Let me switch over to the weather so we can see what's going on out there. My weather has gone dark. I don't know why. It says here, I promise to never lie to you about the weather unless you piss me off. Then I'll randomly screw with your forecast. Okay. That's okay. It says here that it's 16 degrees, and somehow it does not feel that cold to me, but it says we're enjoying 16 degrees right now. Humidity is at 87%, and our weather forecast tells us that today we're going to enjoy partly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 16. Then tomorrow, Saturday, we can expect mostly cloudy skies in the morning with mostly clear skies in the afternoon, a high of 27 and a low of 16. And then on Sunday, mostly clear skies, but a few clouds may be wandering around with a high of 27 and a low of 15. And that takes care of our weather. And let me see what we have next in the docket. Of course, I want to talk to you a little bit about this fundraiser that we discussed the other day in the spotlight. This is a fundraiser for MexPup. MexPup is one of several agencies in town dedicated to finding permanent homes for dogs looking for a permanent home. There's a whole explanation of the why and how of the organization on their website. And of course, we got a great introduction to their work by Carmen Porras and by Miranda from Monzon Brewing, and Carmen from Oculto, of course. And both Miranda and Carmen met volunteering for this organization, and they became friends. And this is why we got to hear from them in the spotlight a couple of days ago. The fundraiser is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take place this coming Wednesday at the Spanish Experience Center in Cinco de Diciembre. Tickets are available at 500 pesos pre-sale and 600 pesos at the door. Pre-sale tickets can be found at Cassandra Shaw Jewelry, at Monzon Brewing, and a Spanish Experience Center. The event will include a silent auction, raffles, tacos, beer, and all kinds of other fun amenities. So if this is something that is close to your heart, please consider attending this event, which we'll share with you in the show notes. And of course, in a little while, we will be giving away 2 tickets for this event if you would like to attend. 2 separate tickets. So we have 2 drawings and then 2 drawings of 2 aprons. So we have a total of 4 drawings to handle in just a few minutes. Now, I do have something else that I want to tell you. Yes, this is something that just landed on my inbox. Our friends at Hecho a Mano are having another pop-up art show. And this one's going to take place at the pub station on Calle Peru, on Peru Street in El Centro. And this is going to take place a week from Sunday. No, this is going to take place on Sunday, March 9. So I believe that would be in 3 weeks. It's a little early, but we're happy to put our small effort to help you put this in your calendar if you're interested in shopping for handmade articles created by local artisans. And I see a new person. Hello, Peter. I'll get to your comment in a second. So nice to see new people joining us, but we'll get to that in 1 second. I think I have something else that I wanted to tell you about. Yes, yesterday we talked about this show that is coming to town by a writer and a storyteller by Jamie Brickhouse, who is performing Dangerous When Wet, Booze, Sex, and My Mother. I love the title. I'm really excited about this. I talked about this yesterday. I am going to be going to the opening night, which is going to be this coming Friday, a week from today. But I am so happy to announce that the performer, Jamie Brickhouse, has agreed to join me on the spotlight as a last-minute addition because I thought it would be really interesting to hear what he brings to the table. So this coming spotlight, which is going to be on Wednesday, we're going to tape it on Wednesday, also includes Carol Ann Lassiter from the Annex Studio and Gallery, and Jean Cameron from the Witchery Salon. These are friends and business neighbors in Colonia Cinco de Diciembre. Carol Ann does all kinds of art and craft classes in her beautiful and funky space. And Jean, who is next door, she is a hairstylist. And she has a really, really funky hair salon that you might enjoy. And now let us put ourselves in giveaway mode before we take a look at your comments. And why not? We are going to, let me put this up on the screen so you can see it. No, not that button. What I want to do is push this other button and present the window. Give me a second. Da 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 ba da ba ba. Okay, so let us start with 2 tickets for MexPup, the giveaway, and these are individual tickets. We give them one at a time. If you have any interest or desire to attend this event, which is going to be, again, I believe it's on Wednesday, I said. Let me take a look at it on my screen one more time. Hold on just a second. The MexPup event is going to be on Wednesday, March 5th, at 6:30 in the afternoon, in the evening, at the Spanish Experience Center. So if you would like to attend this wonderful fundraiser, please write the word MexPup in your comment, and you will be eligible to this raffle, this giveaway. And while we're doing that, I'm going to start looking at some of your earlier comments just to give it some time. And, you know, while we're at it, let us set up... Yes, what we'll do is we'll use MexPup for the giveaways, and then we'll use Oculto for the other giveaways. So we'll take it from there. I'll set up the Oculto one in a second. I'm just going to wait a little bit to see how many people want to enter the MexPup giveaway. In the meantime, I'm looking at your comments. I see a lot of good mornings, which I appreciate. Good morning, everyone. Uh, there's a comment. Vintage, says Liz. It is great to see you. It is great to see my friend and community partner, Stan, who, as you know, is partly responsible for my mental well-being through these wonderful neurofeedback sessions that I take with Stan. And of course, you know, Stan is now doing Neurofeedback Thursdays at the Joint Boutique Hotel, which is a lot of fun. Let's see, lots of friendship wishes, which I love. Betsy went to see Brandon and James last night. Yes, they are brilliant musicians. That sounds wonderful. Let's see what. Oh, we have a new person. Hello, Peter. New person. I've been watching your show on YouTube for a long time now, but this is my first time live. Sending hugs to the cluster on this beautiful Valentine's Day. Hola from Zona Romantica. I hope everybody's saying hello to Peter. Peter, hello, and welcome to our live gathering. Salom has a question, and he says, are there permanent residents subject to this new policy? What I understood was that the answer is no. But again, we'll have to see how this unfolds as it unfolds. Now, let me take a break from your comments because I see that there are several people wanting to go in on the MexPup giveaway. So let's make this happen while we can. And here we go. The first single ticket for the MexPup fundraiser goes to Stan Wagner. Hello, Stan. Congratulations. Excuse me. Congratulations on this ticket. I'll make sure that Miranda knows your name, and I understand that your name will be at the door. And now let's draw for the second ticket. And this one goes to Harold Sokolov. I love it. Yay. So there you have it. 2 fundraising tickets given away for the MexPup fundraiser. I am so happy to see this happening. And now I'm going to very quickly set up the giveaway for the 2 aprons, and we will use the same word to make it simple. And the word, of course, is going to be the word oculto. Yay. So while you're taking a look at whether you want to win these fabulous aprons, let me see if there are other comments from you. Yes, there are. Let's see. Christy agrees with accountability of the tax money and would not be opposed to contributing. See, I think that is an important message, that if the government gets it, Christy, then they'll be keen on reporting transparently. Because if I am given the choice when I enter a country or a city of just giving money for the sake of it, and I'm not provided with visual information of, look what has been done with the money so far, then I personally would be reluctant to get to give. I was going to get to get sucked into, but that's not a right attitude. Although, again, you know, it's in the government's hands to really create a good, effective campaign here, and I hope they keep that in mind. Let's see what else we have. Mark wonders how many people will pay the voluntary tax. Well, I think we're going back to the same concept, Mark. This has, in my opinion, this has to do with how good a job the government does at promoting the tax once it starts getting put to good use. Let me see what else we have. Ba-ba-da-da. Happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's. And I see there are people. Christy, you wrote occultism. If you want to participate in the drawing, you may want to spell check your entry. Otherwise, there you go. Christy has amended. And I see that we have a few of these friends that want to get. Okay, I think we have a few takers. So let's make this happen. I think we're also done with our comments. So let me put this back on the stage. I'm going to start with the vintage one. Sure, why not? So we are going to give away this vintage El Arrayan apron. And for those of you that don't know it, El Arrayan was the most amazing Mexican restaurant Puerto Vallarta could have ever had. Of course, it was in the hands of Claudia and Carmen, who decided to turn the page and change their operation to Oculto, which is this amazing private dinner venue where you can enjoy some of the most wonderful Mexican food you could probably enjoy in this town. So with that said, the first apron, which is the vintage El Arrayan apron, will go to, oh my goodness, Barbara Selvage. Oh my goodness, there you go, Barbara. You are the winner of a vintage El Arrayan apron, which will be in my possession. And you want to let me know, please, where we can change. We can find each other. I'm always at Oculto on Wednesdays. I'm always at Oculto when I'm doing my presentations on Thursdays. And of course, as you know, I have plans on going to the opening night for the storytelling event. And I understand that you have intentions to do that. So if you end up going on opening night, just let me know and I will bring it with me. And now let's do the second one. This is the actual new logo, the Oculto apron. And let me start this happening. And I'm going to draw again. And the second apron today goes to... Oh my God, that is so funny. I love it. Christy, you get the second apron. Of course, I don't know when you'll be back in town or whether you want somebody to ship it to you or what, but I'll be happy to hold on to this apron while you let us know when you're going to be back in Puerto Vallarta. And that was so much fun. So here's what you can expect. In general, actually, let me just make sure that I clarified everything about the giveaways. The tickets, your names are going to be at the door. I'm going to give your names to Miranda today so that she will know. And then the aprons, Christy has just written that she'll be here in July to collect it. I love it, Christy. I'll hold on to it. And it'll be a perfect excuse to see you and hug you and connect. And Barbara, the ball's in your court. Please let me know. Now, to learn more about this fundraiser, we are going to feature as part of tomorrow's content the spotlight interview that I did with Carmen and Miranda 2 days ago on Wednesday. As I mentioned yesterday, I am concerned that not a lot of people are tuning in live, and we don't necessarily have to do the spotlight live. What is ultimately important is that the information gets to you when it is convenient to you. So I'm going to try editing the interviews and including them as short segments here in Coffee and Headlines just to see how that goes. So we're going to do that tomorrow for the first time, and we'll have a closer look at what Miranda and Carmen bring to the table, not only as volunteers for this event, but also as owners of their own very successful eateries. And I think with that, we are done. I don't have my beautiful support screens available in this broadcast. So all I'm going to say, as usual, is I'm grateful for your support. I am grateful for your company. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. Yes, tomorrow morning. Coffee and Headlines, Saturday morning. It'll be fun. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.